Oh no. Oh my.
What's wrong, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. This is absolutely expected, right? This is going to be not shocking to you at all, but many leftoids have been celebrating / having complete breakdowns over the events this weekend, including Jack Black, who had his concert yesterday, lamented in front of a crowd that roared with applause that he was upset that this individual missed. I get it. Like, I get that there's some kernel of, look, people are going to make their quote unquote dark jokes. But then when you talk about the people that have, had such inflammatory language for the past 8 years, it's hard to give people the benefit of the doubt when you just know there's a kernel of truth to it. Let's start with the absolute meltdown on these libs and Gen Z. Shameless lefties on social media have been criticized for celebrating the attempt on Donald Trump, with some even lamenting that they missed, saying that it was close to being the best day ever. You're telling me that somebody finally had the balls to do it and they missed? A TikTok user posted, Thomas, I don't know, this guy will go down. I don't want to even remember his name. I'm close to the point of where I stopped saying his name. If I can get that into my cadence. We were a second away, a centimeter away. There's a white man attached to that trigger. I know it. Let's actually just look at the videos because they're completely unhinged. Here, this individual, cringe warning.
I just found out about this shit. It just happened. I haven't even had a second to process.
But I thought I'd pick up my phone immediately and then put a video on the internet.
You're telling me somebody finally had the balls to bring a pew-pew and he missed? We were a second away. We were a centimeter away from half of the problem being gone and you missed.
I mean, again, I don't think this individual is normal. I don't think this individual is someone that, this is an unhinged leftist, but this is how we got where we are, right? This is how we got where we are. We got to this point by, feeding a steady pellet diet, little hamsters of saying, this guy is, the worst man ever. He's never, there's never going to be another election. If he gets, these are things that Democrats actually said. These are things that leftists have said. And then when you're young and dumb and emotional, you see that stuff. You think it's real. You believe it's real. I mean, never mind that the guy was president for 4 years and none of that stuff happened. Remember when they said that he was going to put all the LGBTQ people in camps? When did that ever happen? I mean, heck, remember when Trump said he was going to lock up Hillary? That didn't even happen. Okay. So, I mean, a lot of this, I think, is youth that consumes a steady diet of insanity and they're already unhinged, which, in my opinion, is the purpose of putting out a lot of this, this rhetoric, is because they're looking for someone who's unhinged to do that. Here's, Tenacious D, which is Jack Black, who is obviously a big Biden supporter, and that's fine. He's allowed to support Joe Biden. He's allowed to do that. You're allowed to vote for / whatever, whoever you want. That's the beauty of democracy, okay? You can disagree with him. You can boycott him. You can do whatever. But, this is wild. Imagine paying, I don't know how much it would cost to see Tenacious D these days, $300-400 to be sitting there, and this is what you're greeted with. Oh, they're in Canada.
Don't miss Trump next time.
Or I don't know if he's Canada or it's the name of the robot, whatever that is. I mean, again, he's allowed to say it. You know, you see like Des Tiny on the internet saying all sorts of unhinged, insane things, disparaging the firefighter who lost his life protecting his family. We've got a video planned later today for that, but I want to cover actual news before making fun of just a dork. But, you know, this stuff is not, you know, when Jack Black came out and was like, my president needs me, I'm going to fundraise for my president. That was cringe, but like whatever. You know, Jack Black has always been a Democrat, and this, you know, this is really not that surprising. You know, a lot of people in the comments bringing up his heritage, which, you know, I don't really play with that kind of stuff. But it's like, why, you know, like it doesn't really seem, I don't think that Jack Black has any idea whatsoever what happens if that guy doesn't miss. I don't think Jack Black could even fathom from his gated community in Los Angeles what happens if he doesn't miss. You know, I think the Summer of Love would have nothing on what would have happened if he didn't miss. So willfully, joyously, happily, you know, wanting that to happen to America is not necessarily a political opinion. That is just vile, you know. You see a lot of people tweeting out, make America aim again. Again, damn, so close, too bad. You see a lot of people, you know, essentially getting confronted at their jobs over social media, which, you know, I know is wrong, but I don't care. I'm not saying that I condone it, but I'm not going to disavow it. You see stuff like this. This is some person who works at Home Depot who posts something on Facebook, and someone showed up to ask him what they meant.
Are you Darcy Waldron? Yeah? Okay, from Cayuga? And you think that the shooter should have been a better shot? Is that what you posted on Facebook?
I mean, again, I think that I won't go as far as to say that these people, you know, I don't know. I don't care that some dude walked up to her and made fun of her as long as he walked away afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, as long as it didn't escalate beyond that, I don't really care about that. They've been doing that to right-wingers for years. I think it's weird. You know, I'm not sure about this calling for people to get fired over it. I know this is what the left does, but, you know, it feels a little weird to me. Here you have, you know, a firefighter, by the way, who, you know, probably doesn't seem to care that a fire chief lost his life protecting his wife and daughter. You know, Tony Bendelli, a firefighter in Pennsylvania, said he's upset too bad it didn't hit him square. You know, but one did hit a rally attendee who was also a firefighter. This is someone especially disgusting coming from a fellow firefighter and someone who's supposed to protect others. And he ended up resigning his job, of course, playing, you know, the victim, saying to everyone, please accept this as my resignation from the firehouse. I mean, people often think, oh, firefighters, it must be conservative. Oh, you like, you're a 2A guy, you must be conservative. That's not how, oh, you're in the military, you must be conservative. That's not how this stuff works. But he quit his job. Now, this is my resignation from the firehouse. I can't do this. It's beyond anything that should ever be happening. Look, I don't know what's happening beyond it. I think people dogpiling him on the internet, calling him a piece of garbage, I think is fine. He posted that opinion publicly on the internet. I suspect he went into work and his fellow firefighters were thinking, player, what's up with this? Did you know a fellow, you know, firefighter lost their life that day? Instead, he plays the victim in this post, only to then double down and say he didn't mean it. So the second he put that out, it's like when people show you who they are, believe them. We talk about this all the time. You see, you know, I stand by my statements that the world will be better without Trump. All the cancel culture comments and posts won't change my mind. In fact, it just proves my point that this is the type of followers he has. It won't distract me from my cause. I don't know. What is your cause? Being the next guy on the roof? What is your cause? You're a firefighter. You're supposed to put out fires, not start them. I don't know. Didn't Republicans cry for years that the left is trying to cancel everything? Again, the guy, people probably called, people probably called his place of work. I don't know if I love that. I think you say something stupid on the internet, you can leave it there. But you can see a lot of people in the comments. Oh, I'm sorry to hear this. You do so much for people. My heart is aching for you. These are all leftoids. Why are so many people laughing at this post in everyone's comments? That's pretty sick and twisted. So these are his like personal family members, but like all these laugh reacts. We don't have to live here together. Elections are over, and find ways to cooperate and act like. So people are just in here laughing at all the blowback he's getting. It's not surprising. The how do you miss stuff. I get it. I get it. A for effort. You see people saying, ha, 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 this is so funny. These people are out there losing their jobs for this kind of stuff. You see Des Tiny, people bringing up his hilariously embarrassing past, laughing about people losing their lives. I just think there's some lines. Like, I'm not the joke police. If people like Destiny or regular, people out there who are not very small want to like make jokes about it, they have every right to, but there's going to be blowback for that. And I don't think that that's the area that rhetoric needs to be. People like Jack Black, he's a real piece of garbage, I think, for this. Ultimately, I don't think you should be celebrating this. They certainly wouldn't be if people were doing this on the right, if this had happened to Joe Biden, all of these same people would be like, oh, the conservatives are so vile and gross. Oh, it's just, man, Trumpsters are at it again. Well, okay, these people out here saying, man, I really wish he hadn't missed. I mean, it's sad where we're at as a society. This level of rhetoric from both sides is so unhinged that real world repercussions are happening, and people like me are starting to care a lot less. You see a lot of these posts now. Let's see. People are dunking on him. Have you lost all respect for Jack Black? Yes. Ped. Here's an awesome tip. Stay away from this creep. I mean, I hope it was worth it, Jack Black. I hope it was worth it. I hope you're informed by this video. If you were, please do leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe down below. And we'll talk to you again real soon.